Hi guys! If you want to look like a baddie all summer but you don't want to put in too much effort, this look is for you. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Summer is finally here and I'm finally ready to switch up my makeup vibe, honestly. Spring was more about, fresh, soft makeup looks, but for summer I'm feeling more bronzy, glowy, slightly bolder makeup looks like the one that I'm showing you guys today. To me, what makes a beautiful summer makeup look is bronzy cheeks and that rosy natural looking flush, which I think this makeup achieved perfectly. And I am going to be talking about fwee and the products that I used from them to achieve this beautiful glowy look, because they are the sponsor of today's video. So if you're interested in the products that I used and the look, keep on watching. The key to getting a perfect sun-kissed makeup look for the summer is honestly blush. So the blush that I'm going to be using today is the iconic fwee Pudding Pop Blush. My usual favorite of this line is shade My. I use this one a lot for just everyday kind of makeup looks. It's like the perfect nudie pinky blush. This shade is actually super popular in Eastern countries for its soft, sort of peachy, natural look, but in the West, shades like this one called Faded are a lot more popular because it's more pigmented and it gives more of that beautiful, like, sun-kissed, bronzy blush look. Blonzers are my favorite to use in the summer. If you don't know, Blonzer means it's like a mix of a blush and a bronzer. So that just means it's like a bronzy, pinky blush shade. It's like a mix of the two. And this shade called Faded is just the perfect shade for that. The shade is also so flattering for a very wide range of skin tones, and it's really pigmented too. So I'm just going to be using a blush brush for this step. Basically, I just want to dab just a little bit and tap some of the excess off on my wrist so it doesn't look streaky. And I'm just going to be focusing the blush on my cheeks over here. I like to put the placement on this area of the face because this just gives more summer sun-kissed, where, the sun is shining down on your face over here, and I just find that it looks so beautiful and natural here. And I do like to bring it in a little bit closer as well because it's supposed to look like your face is flushing a little bit too. And when your face naturally flushes, it doesn't just go in one area, it's kind of like all over. It's just the most beautiful natural look. So I like to just take a little bit at a time because this blush is so pigmented, and I just like to build it up so it doesn't look patchy or streaky at all. As you can see, it's like such a beautiful Blonzer shade. I absolutely love this shade so much. For this look, I want to go a little bit heavier on the blush because, in the summer, I find that's when our cheeks are like the most flushed because of the heat of the sun, and to just give it that beautiful glowy look, I'm gonna be a little bit more generous than normal. And the second shade I'm gonna go in with is the shade Ambitious. I love layering these two shades. This one is like your purest red blush, and I find that when I layer a red with this blonzy shade, that is what gives the most natural, beautiful look. As you can see, it adds like an extra dimension of natural, like, sunburn almost to my face, and I am just obsessed with that. Like, that is so pretty. It really just gives like effortlessly hot without trying too hard. Okay, so I just swatched the shades on my arm so that you guys can see the difference. This one is shade My, that peachy everyday shade that I love. This one is Ambitious, which is the pure red sun-kissed blush, so beautiful for summer. And this one is Faded, which is the Blonzer that's also a little bit plummy tone, which I think layers really beautifully with this very warm toned red. And depending on if you lean more cool tone or warm tone, you can kind of adjust these two, like how much you want to put of each. If you're warmer, I would put more of this one. If you're cooler, I'd add more of this one. What I absolutely love about these blushes too is that they do a really good job of not emphasizing texture on your skin or pores. I find that sometimes with blushes that have like a little bit of shimmer in them, it really can emphasize any texture on your skin. These ones are completely matte, no shimmer whatsoever, and so it's not emphasizing anything. I find that if anything, it's like really blurring and it's smooth and not patchy at all. Another thing is that they last all day. Like, they last so long. I don't have have to worry about my blush leaving my skin after just a couple hours of sweating or going outside in the sun. Like, they really hold up and look like this all day, so you literally don't have to worry about your makeup going anywhere. I just love these blushes so much. And on top of that, you can also use these on your lips if you want. These double as a cheek and lip color, and so if you want to look a little more cohesive, you can add the exact same color onto your lips. I'm going to be doing that today, and I'm going to go in with the shade Faded and use this little silicone brush that's also from fwee. And then I'm going to go in with Ambitious and add a layer over that, just focusing this on the center of my lips though. So it creates kind of like a cute little like ombre effect. These products are also perfect if you want a no makeup look. You can literally just dip your finger in and apply it with your hand on days where you're not wearing any base makeup, and it just gives the most beautiful flush to the cheeks and the lips, and it's just such a good product to keep in your purse as well. I have so many in my collection right now. Like, these are some other ones that I have, but my favorites are the ones that I mentioned earlier, which are my Faded and Ambitious. They just have so many shades to choose from. Since the focus of this look is kind of on the flush of the cheeks, I'm gonna be going in with a more subtle gloss to finish off the lip. So the gloss that I'm using today is this one, also by fwee. This is the 3D Voluming Gloss in the shade Scotch 30%. This is one of my favorite shades ever for summer. This is just so gorgeous in that it's pretty sheer, so it's nothing too crazy, and it looks very natural for the summertime. Yeah, I think it just pairs beautifully with the rest of this look because it just kind of gives that like bronzy sheen to the lips as well. It also smells so good. All of fwee's products smell amazing. They all smell like candy because they're meant to be like shaped like little candies. It's so cute. But this one is just so beautiful. I think that just blends so perfectly with the rest of my makeup. So fwee has so many different shades of their voluming glosses, but the cool thing about fwee is that they do different intensities for the same shade. So these are both the shade Scotch, but they are two different intensity levels. So the one I used is 30% and this one is 70%. The 30% is a very sheer amount of pigment versus the 70%, which is much more pigmented, as you can see, and you can kind of just choose what you're feeling that day. Like, if you want that like sheer gloss versus if you want more pigment. I just think that's so cool that they do that. I tend to prefer more sheer glosses, so I do tend to go for the 30% more often, but if you want to do more of like a night out makeup look, something a little bit more intense, I would go for the 70%. And yeah, as you guys know, I love a good lip combo, so honestly, these three products together and this lip, it's just so natural and beautiful. I don't always like to line my lips when it comes to these summery hot girl looks because I just find that it's more natural to not have a dark lip line. Totally up to your preference though. But I also love layering these lip glosses with my lip liners. I'll literally just do a lip line and then the gloss, and I think it's just so perfect for just other makeup looks that I like to do as well. Just to show you guys some differences for the other colors. This is Vanilla 30%, Vanilla 70%. Vanilla is one of my favorite everyday shades as well. This is Candy 30%, Candy 70%, Currant 30%, and Currant 70%. And lastly, another one of my favorite shades, which is Sorbet 30% versus Sorbet 70%. This one is so beautiful if you have warm skin. And yeah, those are the swatches of the lip glosses. As you can see, they're just so shiny. They make your lips look so glassy and beautiful, and they're not sticky at all, and they smell amazing. Those are all the things that I would say make the perfect lip gloss. But yeah, let me know which one was your favorite shades of all of these, of the pudding pots and also the lip glosses. I just love fwee. They make such amazing products all around. The pudding pots, the glosses, the jelly pots I also really love as well that I didn't mention in this video. If you're located in the US, you can shop fwee on Amazon, and I will link it in my description box down below. In case you didn't know, fwee actually has an online store and an in-person store in New York City if you're located there. But yeah, that wraps up today's summer baddie makeup look. I love this look so much. I think it's just perfect for every day in the summertime. I love that it just pulls focus to the cheeks and the lips. And yeah, if you guys want to shop on fwee, I'll link their Amazon and their website down below so you can check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!